So one of the common questions we get throughout the year is how do we manage our run pages with these Gen 4 and G5 displays? So the good thing with the Gen 4 and G5 is we can get very customizable on what our run pages look like. So whether we're planting, spraying, harvest, doing tillage work, we can do a lot of different things with our run pages to make them present the information we want to see at the time. But also with that challenge is how do we manage them when we change season to season. So right here, looking at this display, in this view, we're looking at our planter, but if I go back and forth, well, here's a tillage run page. And if I keep going, well, here's our array controller run page for maybe when we did anhydrous. So if we just continue to add run pages, but we don't manage them, so we have to cycle through everything all the time, we don't always have access to that information, and really it's not the best user experience. So we can go in and create run page sets to make this a little bit easier. So when we are ready for planting, we just switch out run page set, and then those run pages populate. Same thing then when we go to tillage, we just bring in those run pages that we need. So we're gonna begin this by going into menu, then applications. We're gonna arrow down and go to layout manager. So right now we want to begin with, let's create a couple sets for our tillage pages and then our seeding pages. So at the bottom, we can create a new set, and we're going to go ahead and give it a name. So we're going to call this tillage. And we'll hit include additional run pages at the bottom. And we want this guidance page, we'll add it. And we're gonna go down and we're gonna add that run page that was called tillage. All right, so for this, maybe these are only the 2 pages we need. Let's go ahead and keep them, but then let's add our default shortcut bar also. So let's go ahead and save that run page set. Now let's do the same for our planting pages. So we'll create this set. We'll create this as plant. We'll OK it, and we'll go to our shortcut bar. We do actually want to customize this shortcut bar, but we're gonna have to come back to this. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw that default one in there now because it's our only option. So let's go ahead and add our run pages. So again, we want the guidance page. It's a pretty common, straightforward page. Let's add our fertilizer and planter, and let's add the planter overview page. Just because those planter pages are in the display doesn't mean we have to use them. We can customize them. We'll do that here in a second also. But now we have our few planter pages we have set. So on the left side, we're gonna go back to the shortcut bar, and we wanna duplicate this shortcut bar. So that's hitting that right button. I'll do that again. It's this little icon here with the plus. And we're gonna actually rename this our plant shortcut bar. So what we're gonna do with this is we're actually gonna change what some of our modules are on the bottom. So swap track, we're gonna remove that. We'll go ahead and hit the plus. And we wanna add in seed star. So now we have a quick reference to our seed star page. Instead of having to go to menu, applications, and so forth. I wanna actually get rid of help. We're gonna slide section control over, slide our isobus VT over, and I wanna add fast start. So within seed star, here's our fast start. So now if I'm planting through the field, I need to stop for something, I leave that planter down, get out, throw that tree out of the way, get back in. I can hit fast start, it's gonna start dropping seed and I can take off. So that's a good quick one I want at the bottom when I am doing planting with my Seed Star 4 planter. So we're gonna go ahead and save that. So now we have this shortcut bar saved as plant. So let's go back to our run page sets. We're gonna hit the pencil on the plant set, and we're gonna change our shortcut bar to that plant shortcut bar. So now we have both run page sets determined. Let's go ahead and add one more page to our planter though. So we're going to go to all run pages on the left, and we're gonna go ahead and create a new run page at the bottom. So we're gonna call this a name. I'm just gonna call this plant 1. You can really get as fancy as you want as you name them. We'll go to add module, and I want to add seed star, and I want my EPG, and drag that over to the right. Keep arrowing down, trying to find the one I want. There we go. And I want my row cleaners at the bottom right. And really, these are modules, whatever you want to look at. It doesn't really matter. Probably everybody would create a different page on what they want to view. But then also I want my acres at the bottom right. So I'm going to go to Applications and Work Totals. I'm going to add my field totals. So now I've saved that run page, but now I want to come back to my plant active set. We'll hit the pencil. We'll add the additional plant 1. Okay. Save it. Now I have 4 pages here. Now, a few different ways on changing what our current set is. So right here at the bottom, I can change our active set. So if I hit this little bullets icon and I go to tillage, okay, and now our tillage set is our active set. So here's the tillage pages. So let's think about this from in next year's aspect. So we get done with our tillage work for this year. We want to actually switch it to planting. I'm going to come to my green progress bar at the top. I'm going to select plant, hit OK, close out. And now I have my planter pages populated and ready to go. So instead of having to go in, turn on and off different pages, we only have these 4 pages that we created and uploaded in this set to cycle through. So much better experience, much simpler from that standpoint. So like I showed before, we hit that green progress bar and we can switch our active set. Otherwise, menu, applications, layout manager, and we can change that active set at the bottom. So brings us to the same spot. Just one little quick way to get there is hitting that green bar at the top of the page. So now if I did have multiple machines that I wanted to put these run pages on, I can come in and go into System and File Manager. I do have a USB stick plugged in. Well, I guess into my computer, but not my display. But I could go to Export, Custom Export, and then I would be able to select my run pages to export out so that I could take that stick, go to any other display that I want the exact same run pages on, and import in those run page profiles. So again, get a lot of questions on this throughout the year. Is some progress, or does take some work to get everything set up correctly. A lot of it because there are a lot of capabilities on how we set up our pages, but a good way to manage them so we have the correct information with you that you only need at this time.